Let's start seated on the mat today. Cross your legs in easy pose. Sit up nice and tall. Rest your hands on your knees and close your eyes. Take a moment to settle into the space and set an intention for your practice today if you would like. If you're not sure what intention to set, maybe reflect on gratitude today. What things do you have to be thankful for? How can you be thankful for the way your body is moving, the way your breath is flowing through your body today? Let's take a few rounds of breath together to ground ourselves, and then we'll move into our practice. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth and sigh it out. Again, inhale through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth and sigh it out. One more time. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Flutter open your eyes. Inhale your arms up and overhead. Exhale your right arm to the mat. Inhale, lengthen your left arm to the sky. Exhale, tip over to the right, lengthening that left arm to the right side. Breathe here. Inhale, return to center. Both arms reach overhead. Exhale, left arm to the left side of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your right arm to the sky. Exhale, right arm reaches over to the left for a side body stretch. Breathe here. Inhale, return to center. Both arms reach overhead. Exhale your left hand to your right knee. Inhale, lengthen the right arm up to the sky. Exhale your right hand to the mat behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist and look over your right shoulder. Exhale, release, return to center. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Exhale, drop both hands over to the left side for a counter twist. Inhale, return to center. Reach both arms up and overhead. Exhale your right hand to your left knee. Inhale, lengthen that left arm up towards the sky. Exhale the left hand to the mat behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist and look over your left shoulder. Exhale, release, return to center. Inhale, both arms up and overhead. Exhale, both hands over to the right side for a counter twist. And inhale to return to center. Release your hands in your lap. Take a moment. Inhale to center yourself. Exhale, come to tabletop on your hands and knees. Check that your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are directly underneath your hips. Your spine is long. You're lengthening from your tailbone all the way through the top of your head. Inhale for cow pose. Drop your belly, lift your gaze, and look up. Exhale, cat. Tuck your chin into your chest, round your spine, and look towards your belly button. Inhale, cow. Drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, cat, round your spine. chin to chest. Inhale, cow. Drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, cat. Round your spine. Push the earth away from you. Inhale, return to tabletop. Check in with your alignment. Make sure your wrists and shoulders are still in a line. Knees and hips are still in a line. Moving into thread the needle. Inhale your right arm up and open towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Right arm reaches between the left arm and leg. Set your right ear and shoulder on the mat. Really pressing into the mat with your left hand. It should feel as if you're going to roll over onto your back over that right shoulder. On your next inhale, unthread the needle. Press into the mat with your left hand and peel your right arm back up towards the sky. Right arm reaches all the way to the sky. And exhale, set the right hand back down for tabletop. Take another round of cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, curl your chin into your chest, round your spine. Inhale, return to tabletop. Thread the needle on the other side. Inhale your left arm out and up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Left arm reaches in between your right arm and leg. Set your left ear and shoulder on the mat. Press into the mat with your right hand. And then pressing into the mat with your right hand, unthread the needle. Inhale, lift your left arm all the way back up towards the sky. And exhale, return to tabletop. One more round of cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, round your chin into your chest, round your spine. Inhale, return to tabletop. Take a moment here. And inhale, shift to downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Press into the mat with all 10 fingertips. Really reach your heels towards the earth. Lengthen your spine as much as you can. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And inhale your right leg up and back behind you. Tripod down dog. Exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Come into a low lunge. Drop your back knee, untuck your back toes, and inhale, lift your arms up and overhead. Again, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Check that your front knee and ankle are in alignment with each other. Exhale, frame your hands with your foot. Shift your hips back for half splits. Walk your hands back so that they can stay in line with your shoulders. Lifting your right toes off the mat, really sit into towards your back heel. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. Exhale, fold forward, really melt into this half splits. Inhale, come to lizard. Walk your hands to frame your foot. Exhale, bring your right hand inside your right foot. Heel toe your right foot to the outside edge of the mat. Your wrists and shoulders should still be in a line. On your next exhale, return to low lunge. Bring your right hand outside your right foot. Heel toe your right foot back to the center of your mat. Then inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, shift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Take a few moments to breathe in downward facing dog, maybe bending one knee and then the other. Pressing into the earth with your palms and all 10 fingers, reaching your heels towards the earth. Inhale your left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands, come into low lunge. Untuck your back toes, drop your back knee. Inhale, lift your arms up and overhead, and then exhale, settle your shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale your hands to frame your feet, your front foot. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, shift your hips back towards your back heel. Lift your left toes off the mat and walk your hands under your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward into this half splits. Inhale to lizard. Walk your hands to frame your left foot. Bring your left hand inside your left foot. Heel toe your left foot to the outside edge of the mat. Breathe. Exhale, bring your left hand outside your left foot. Heel toe your left foot back to center. For plank pose, exhale, step your left foot back to meet your right. Inhale, shift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back behind you, tripod down dog. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale to warrior two. Spin your back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Bring your arms out to a T and look over your front fingertips. Check that your front knee and ankle are in a line. Hold steady and strong here. Inhale, flip your front palm, lean forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Reach your right arm up and back towards the back of the room. Left arm lightly touches your back leg. Inhale, return to warrior two, arms parallel to the floor. Exhale, triangle pose. Straighten your front leg, send your hips to the back of the room. Right arm goes down, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Inhale, return to warrior two, rebend your front knee, arms come back parallel to the floor. Exhale, extended side angle, front forearm to your front thigh, left arm reaches overhead. Inhale, return to warrior two, arms parallel. Exhale, move to plank, cartwheel your hands down to the mat, step your right foot to meet your left. Shift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up and back behind you, tripod down dog. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, come up to warrior two, spin your right foot parallel to the back of the mat, bring your arms to a T. Nice and strong and steady here. Inhale, flip your front palm, lean forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Left arm reaches towards the back of the room, right arm lightly touches your right leg. Inhale, return to warrior two, arms parallel to the floor. Exhale, triangle pose. Straighten that front leg. Send the hips to the back of the room. Left arm comes down to the inside of your left leg. Right arm reaches overhead. Inhale, return to warrior two. Rebend your front knee. Arms parallel to the floor. Exhale, extended side angle. Front forearm to front thigh. Right arm reaches overhead. Inhale, return to warrior two. Arms parallel to the floor. Exhale, make your way to your plank. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. Spin your back foot forward. Step your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, shift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Exhale, come to tabletop. Drop your knees to the mat. Inhale for puppy. Walk your hands forward. Keep your hips over your knees. If this is really intense, you can drop your elbows to the mat. Let your forehead rest on the mat. If it's not intense enough, you can always come up onto your fingertips to make the stretch even deeper in your shoulders. On your next exhale, slowly walk your hands back, return to tabletop. Inhale, move to staff pose. Move both legs off to one side. Come to sit with your legs straight out in front of you. Inhale, find butterfly pose. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees out to either side. Sit up nice and tall, or if you'd like to, walk your hands forward for a variation. Inhale, if you walked forward, come back up to seated upright. Next, inhale, move into cow face pose. So take your right leg and thread it underneath your left leg. Bring your right foot to the outside of your left hip so your knee is in line with your belly button in front of you. Then exhale, stack your left knee on top of your right knee, bringing your left foot to the outside of your right hip. Inhale your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, bend your elbow and pat yourself on the back. We're doing great today. Inhale, raise your left arm to shoulder height. Spin the left thumb down to the mat, palm facing behind you. Exhale, bend your left elbow. Bring the back of your hand to your back. See if you can make contact between your hands. If you can, make the bind. Do so. If you can't, you can just hold your arms where they are, trying to walk your bottom arm up and your top arm down so that eventually you'll make contact. Settle in here, lift your chin, rest your head in your right arm. Make sure your spine is nice and long here. Exhale, release your arms, uncross your legs and shake it out. Bring your legs straight out in front of you in a staff pose. Wiggle them, bounce them up and down. Wiggle out your arms, shake everything out. And we'll switch to the other side. So take your left leg, thread it underneath your right leg this time, bringing your right foot to the outside of your, bringing your left foot to the outside of your right hip. Then take your right leg, stack your right knee on top of your left. Both knees are in line with your belly button. Right foot goes to the outside of your left hip. Sitting up nice and tall, inhale your left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your elbow, pat yourself on the back. We're almost done today. Inhale, raise your right arm to shoulder height. Spin your right thumb down to the mat, palm facing behind you. Exhale, bend your right elbow. Bring the back of your hand to your back and then see if you can make contact on this side. Most people might be able to do one side, but not the other. If that is you, you're not alone. Settle in, see if you can lengthen through your spine, lift your chin, let your head rest in your left arm. And on your next exhale, release your arms, uncross your legs, shake it out, come back into staff pose with your legs out in front of you, bounce your legs up and down, wiggle your arms from side to side, shake it out. And then on your next exhale, slowly lower down one vertebrae by vertebrae, using your core strength to get you to lie down on your back. Inhale, set up for bridge pose. Bring the soles of your feet to the mat, knees pointing up towards the sky. Reach your fingertips towards your feet. See if you can graze your fingertips to the back of your heels. Exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together on the mat. Inhale, lift your hips up towards the sky. Breathe. Maintaining space between your chin and your chest. Pretend you're holding on to a tennis ball. You don't want it to roll away if you close that space off. Exhale, slowly roll back down to the earth, one vertebrae at a time. We'll go into one more bridge pose. So palms planted on the mat next to you. Inhale, lift your hips up towards the sky. And exhale, slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Then make small circles in one direction. And exhale, make circles in the other direction. Inhale, kick your legs straight up to the sky for waterfall pose. For an added challenge, you can open your legs out to a V nice and slowly. And when you get to your max V, inhale, start to close your legs, come back into waterfall. Exhale, bend your knees, grab hold of the outsides of your feet with your hands for happy baby. Really pulling your feet in towards your torso. So your knees are kind of spreading on either side of your torso, like you're trying to get your knees to touch the earth on either side of you. And whenever you're ready, on an exhale, release your happy baby. Let your legs come out long on the mat, and we'll move into our final relaxation pose. Let your feet fall open to either side. Let your arms rest away from your torso. Close your eyes and know that your only responsibility for the next several minutes is just to lay here and be. Take a moment to notice any sensations you're feeling in your body, starting with your toes, moving up through the bottoms of your feet, into your ankles. Notice the touch of your shins and calves. on the earth. How do your knees feel? Coming up through your thighs and hamstrings. What sensations do you feel in your hips? Can you relax your core and lower back muscles? Can you feel yourself sink into the earth in your upper back and relax your chest open? Are you feeling any sensations in your shoulders, any tension you can relax and release with an exhale? Travel down your arms, noticing your biceps and triceps, the muscles around your elbow, your forearms. How do your wrists feel? The palms of your hands. Notice each one of your fingers individually. And then return up to your neck. Is there any place you can soften with your breath? Come up through the back of your head, top of your head to your forehead. Are you furrowing your brow? Can you release any tension along your eyes or your jawline? Are you scowling? Can you soften your face? What's your tongue doing in your mouth? Can you relax it and let it just hang out on the roof of your mouth? This final relaxation pose is the most important part of your yoga practice because it allows you to integrate the breath and movement you just did with stillness and relaxation. It gives your parasympathetic nervous system a chance to reset and recharge. So often we are so fixated on doing all the things all the time that we don't give ourselves this chance to rest and just be at peace. So, for the next couple of minutes, just give yourself some gratitude for taking this time for yourself and lay here in stillness. Slowly begin to deepen your breath and invite small movements into your fingers and toes, gradually making the movements bigger to include your wrists and ankles. Then point your toes away from you, bring your feet together, inhale your arms overhead and stretch your body in opposite directions, really reaching through your fingertips, through your toes. Exhale, curl up, roll over onto one side, using your bottom arm as a pillow. Use your top hand, press yourself back up into a seat. Rest your hands on your knees. You can keep your eyes closed or you can open them. Choice is yours. Take a few moments to come back to our intention and reflect on what we are grateful for today. if that is the intention you set. Otherwise, whatever intention you set, come back to that. Inhale your arms up and overhead. Bring your palms together to touch. Exhale, bring your hands together at heart center. I thank you for taking this time for yourself. The more we take times for ourselves, the more we can give to others. So, thank you. May you have a beautiful rest of your day.